God, give us men a time like this demands. Good men, great men, men with kind hearts and ready hands, men whom the oath of office cannot kill, men whom the spoils of office cannot buy, men who possess opinions and a will, men who will not lie. 20 years ago, or better put, 10 regular sessions and 4 special sessions ago, a young man came walking up these Capitol steps to take his place as your voice in state government. Gene Huff from Laurel County, elected to serve. From the first day he entered the Capitol doors, he was committed to a level of service for you. Even in the beginning, he was noted for his integrity, tireless energy, and unsurpassed ability to serve his people.
I was overwhelmed by the history and the glory of Kentucky and its accomplishments and its ability to produce great leaders. As I stood below the statue of Kentucky's greatest native son, Abraham Lincoln, I was humbled and I was awed with the opportunity that people had given me to serve in the state legislature. I came forth as a Republican, elected from Kentucky's strongest Republican district, but I was committed to work with Democrats and others dedicated to a better Kentucky. But let me take you on a journey. I want to show you where I started and where I am today. And remember, it's because of supporters like you that I'm here serving at this time.
This is where it began. Young, inexperienced, but quick and capable of learning, and possessed with a willingness to do what he could for his district, Gene had the opportunity to serve in a session with the largest number of Republicans ever elected to the House of Representatives at one time.
I felt honored when the people of Laurel County elected me state representative from the 85th district. My uncle Adam Huff was elected to the state legislature in 1919 from Leslie County. I was honored to serve 2 terms here in the House. I was elected in 1967 and then elected again in 1969. The foundation for all my public service was laid here. I learned well and served the best I could.
The mountain people have a way of rewarding faithful service. In 1971, Gene ran for the Senate. His district was the largest in the state, comprised of Laurel, Clay, Leslie, and Harlan counties. The election was an overwhelming political victory. The common people rallied to support him, as has been the case in most of Gene's races. The grassroots support has arisen to the issues raised and proved with both their efforts and votes that they endorse his type of Christian representation.
It was such an honor that the people from the 21st Senatorial District would elect me that I made a commitment to repay them with dedicated service, honesty, and be always available to my constituents. I took the seat with the realization that their kindness and support was what brought me here. The last 17 years, I've been attempting to serve the people of the 21st Senatorial District. That district is comprised of Laurel, Jackson, Clay, Leslie, and a portion of Knox County. This district is made up of coal mining, farming, small business, And the Tri-County area here is larger industry. 25E that runs through Knox County and then goes on connects with the Cumberland Gap in the states of Tennessee and Virginia. The Daniel Boone Parkway is the connector through Laurel, Clay, and Leslie counties to the extreme eastern portion of eastern Kentucky. My education and experience and willingness to work has lent itself to the growth and the development of my particular district.
Gene Huff not only served capably and well, but he's spoken out on issues that affect his district.
The counties that I represent that have special need have been a concern of mine. It was for that reason that I jointly sponsored Senate Bill 280. This has been called the Kentucky Depressed Counties Economic Development Program. It's important because it affects primarily Leslie, Clay, and Jackson counties. Would you believe that those counties have well over nearly half as much, again, unemployment as the average state unemployment? This program will appropriate $25 million in bonding, where small factories that fit the particular area will be able to be financed, not only the property, but the materials for operating the plants and the utilities necessary to provide the power for these plants. This is important because we have a people that want to work if they're given the opportunity. In my judgment, the clouds hang low today over this state, and particularly they are ominous and black for the coal industry in eastern Kentucky. We have learned in this state by past experience that we cannot indeed enforce the weight distance tax. An issue that is particularly close to my heart, and I think a burden upon the constituents in my district, is also the insurance problem. It's our desire to lighten their load. We've introduced Senate Bill 393 that establishes an insurance regulatory board made up of 7 citizen members, as well as the governor and the commissioner of the Department of Insurance. What this will do, it will ensure that the people will have a voice in the setting of insurance rates, both homeowners, automobile, and all classifications of insurance. This bill provides that the experience will be 100% accident experience or experience in the state of Kentucky. It's important because it will take a device of this type in order to ensure the people a reduction in their insurance rates. I think it's appropriate to call to your attention that we are handling this bill a week early. For if we could have only waited until next week, we could have related it directly to probably one of the most significant lotteries that was ever played. Because approximately 2,000 years ago, there was a man who had been guilty of no crime, but was tried and found guilty. They took this 33-year-old character out just outside the city of Jerusalem, nailed him to a cross, probably, if not in a total, at least in a semi-naked condition, after having ripped from his back his robe that was seamless, spread it out on the ground, and played a lottery. And from that time, on occasions, Kentucky not being the exception, we have felt that the lottery was the easy answer to our problems. Kentucky has tried it at least 4 times, and it's failed every time. There is no state of comparable population that can boast of a successful lottery. And every state that is boasting of proceeds, satisfactory proceeds from a lottery, will have to admit to you that there are serious problems in its administration and more serious problems on the population on whom the weight is put. But the thrust is on, the steamroller's rolling, the money's there. I hope the senator from Greenup's right. I hope that the people in this state will rise up in the fall and say, we do not want to operate the state of Kentucky on gambling. It's a bad public policy to attempt to operate a state on a procedure of gambling. And I know that this state is in a serious situation even now. But while we sit here passing a bill like this today, we're taking monies out of the road fund and different places in state government where we should not be tampering. We're on the threshold of an unparalleled financial crisis, and this is not the cure-all. Yet I ask you to remember what happened one time before, and let's not in this Senate be guilty as those were guilty of stooping down beneath that cross and casting lots for a garment. Only in our place, casting lots for dollars and cents or a get-rich scheme that never works. Please understand that on May 24th, you'll have the opportunity to support me for re-election to the state Senate. I appreciate that opportunity that both you have and I will have to serve you 4 more years. There are 3 areas of primary importance to me. One is education. Not only the financing of education, but the improvement of education. By that I mean facilities, buildings, the necessary salaries, and whatever is important to the promotion and the development of a strong education system. In my district, industrialization will be very important. It's for that reason that we've supported the Depressed Counties Building Incentive Act and also have cooperated fully in many of the development of new industry coming in to the 21st District. And once again, I want to emphasize the importance for insurance reform. The time has come for us to put every effort forth to bring the prices and to bring the availability of insurance to the people in the 21st District. You know my record after 21 years. I ask you for the opportunity to serve you for 1 more term. On May 24th, you'll get the opportunity to go to the polls, take part in the Republican primary. I would sincerely and deeply appreciate your support as you have in the past. Thank you and God bless you.
God, give us a man, a time like this demands. A good man, a great man, a man with a kind heart and ready hands. Gene Huff is such a man. A man whom the oath of office cannot kill, a man whom the spoils of office cannot buy, a man who possesses opinions and a will, a man who will not lie. Remember that May 24th is your opportunity to cast your vote to re-elect such a man. Elect Gene Huff for State Senate. Vote for him. He's for you.